Hi everyone, my name is Joel. I'm the MD at WebSec, and in this video I'm going to shortly introduce you to one of our new products, WebSec Threat Map. In this video I'll explain you what is it, what can you do with it, what is it for, what is our plans for its future, and a bit about its current stage. So without further ado, let's get right to it. What you're seeing here is the dashboard. As soon as you're logged in to the threat map, you'll be able to interact with it using your scroll wheel or your second mouse button. This will allow you to just move around and zoom into specific places of interest. Just to give you an idea of what its purpose is. As events will start coming in, right now it's a bit, there isn't much, but we could see the last event was at 9:40 p.m. We can still click it to highlight the drawing line. So this means that this is a line that is being drawn from the source to the destination, where the destination is your server's position. In this case, it's websec.nl. When we zoom in to the source and we want to investigate this, we can just hover with our mouse over this until this snaps, and then you'll be able to read some more information about it. As we can see, this person has had some interest in paths that don't really exist on our server. This usually is a first indication of a potential vulnerability scan, which we did not authorize. So, to further investigate this, we could go to the IP address over here on the left, second mouse button on it. We press the fuel info button. Right over here, we can see more information. Now we can see this is a different event because the client request path says a different path, which actually matches our suspicion already, right? If there is continuously with every new event a different request path that doesn't even exist on our server, then it's just most likely a vulnerability scan. So to just confirm our suspicion, we can just export all the events and check those events and see if it's true. And sure enough, we can see that there is attempts to read the environment variables in the .env file. There's attempts to read some configuration files, some other WordPress readmes. We don't even use WordPress. Attempt to see if there is any logins through some APIs. Attempts for database dumps, SQL files, and on and on and on and on. So, normally what you want to do is use these logs to report this. And we have made that process simple. No more hassle about writing any custom emails. What you can do, simply go again to the View All Info tab. You can click Generate Abuse Report, and then OpenAI on the background will completely generate the report. We can still see some tags, such as recipient, that still needs manual input, but in newer versions, we'll update this as well to automate that. Another thing that I wanted to mention about this is right now it is more of a copy-paste solution. You basically download the whole bunch of the events, copy this here, input your name, or input the name of the abuse department, and then send it from your own email. But this is going to change in future versions. In the future versions, there will be support for SMTP configurations, and there will be a button here to initiate a takedown. What will happen is that then, using the SMTP servers that you configured, it will send under your mail server an email to the abuse department with the text that you see here. It would still allow you to modify the text here because we can't fully rely on the AI. But as you can see, it's doing a whole bunch of the work that we would otherwise need to fill in manually. It can save a lot of time on operational activities. So yeah, basically we are automating the takedown request, the abuse reporting part. So what else can we do here? To fasten the process of a takedown, usually reports shouldn't be just a single report, but also other people need to have reported it. What you can do to assist with that is simply just click here, the report to abuse IPDB. We can do this, and then we can see reported, and then it will tell you the abuse confidence score. And then the higher this is to the number 100, the higher the confidence is that this is actually a threat and not just a one-time thing. You can actually verify this by just copying this. I'll probably make this a link later to that. Abuse IPDB, and then typing the IP address here. And as we can see here, there are several reports already coming in. So this is definitely a scan. Multiple users report scans. And we can see here the automation from the threat map. So the threat map has submitted the full event details with the abuse contact information in case one of the other victims is also willing to take the initiative to make a report. They can also use our comment to the abuse IPDB as reference. The registration to this platform is also a streamlined process. You basically just need your Cloudflare API key. The explanation is here. You can use either a scope token or the global API key, but arguably that's a bit over permissive. You can read more about that in the tooltips. Based on your Cloudflare's plans, whether it's a free, pro, business, or enterprise, it will work with all, but Cloudflare gives you more insights depending on the higher your tier is, the more insights you get. So a free plan will have the basic event information. It's still sufficient, right, to do all of the things that we just showed you. The only thing is that with the enterprise, you just get a bunch more insights. But yeah, it isn't that important. Just to give you an example, these things here, these web attack scores, that comes from the enterprise, the Cloudflare enterprise package. But these will not be present if you're on a free tier. All right, having said that, what else we can do here is we can immediately, in the meantime, while we have filed the takedown request, while we already submitted the report to the abuse IPDB, we can ban the user from our application. We can simply do that by clicking ban IP, and maybe I can just give you a better example. Let me just find another one. Let me see, is this one abusive? Doesn't look like it, or not directly at least. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let me just click ban IP, and then this is how it would look like. And then you can give the ban reason here, click OK, and then it will tell you that it was added to the banned list, or that it can't ban him twice because he's already in the banned list. And then if you go to the banned IPs, you'll be able to see an overview of the current banned IPs. If you accidentally ban someone who you were not supposed to ban, no problem. Second mouse button on it, unban IP, and the user will be unbanned. You can also change the notes in case you just don't want to log into your Cloudflare account and change it by yourself. You can do this from here. But yeah, that's more of the same. Yeah, we have some other features. Like I showed you here, we can check the historic logs. These go back up to 1 month. So there is a 1 month storage of the historic logs. We will probably change that in the future. But we need the user feedback for that. So we got to know how would you like this? Is this okay? Is this enough for you, or do you need more of a look back time? We don't know that yet because this application is very much in its early access. But we rely on your feedback. It's invaluable to us. So please, if you are of the opinion that 1 month is not enough, just let us know. We take your feedback seriously. Furthermore, next thing is the account page. This is, quite the default thing, but you get to see here when your account expires. You get to change the domain label, so of the position here. Some of your profile information you get to change. You can input your OpenAI API key in case you want to automatically generate the abuse reports. You can change the colors of the lines here, so or any of the other colors that we might use. Then you can also change your position from if you prefer not to use the server's position based on the Geo IP, but instead of you want to use its physical server location address, then sure, you just type here the longitude and latitude and save it, and the blue location position will be adjusted accordingly. Now we have another interesting thing. Oh, I forgot to mention, the reason these lines don't disappear at this moment, it's because they are selected. So we have to unselect them, and yeah, then they'll be gone. There you go. I'll probably add a button to unselect all. I can't find. Oh, there he is. So yeah, we'll probably add a button here to unselect all. Having said that, let's move on to the next feature. We have here the simulate attack. Now, for new Cloudflare accounts, this should probably work. But for accounts that receive a lot of events, it turns out it doesn't work that well. But anyways, I'll give it a try so you can see what it does. So basically, what will happen here is our servers will try to perform a cross-site scripting attack, SQL injection, Log4j, some of the most common attack types, in order to trigger your Cloudflare security page. Because if that happens, if we get a managed challenge, if we get challenged by the web application firewall, you'll be able to see that here, and then you'd know that the threat map works for you, that it's set up correctly. Probably in my case, I don't get any events. Maybe that has to do because of a whitelisting. So make sure, well, you don't need to make sure, but I should probably check that if I might have whitelisted our server's IP in Cloudflare, and because of that, it's not showing up as detected. But probably in your case, it will, unless you haven't changed your Cloudflare security settings to a higher level. But yeah, that's a way of testing out that this is actually still working. So in case you're wondering, hey, where is the events? Are the events still coming in? You can simulate an attack on yourself, which is harmless. It's not performing a real attack, but the algorithm will catch it, basically. Now, if you ever want to do a demo showcase using this platform, you could just enable the privacy mode, or if people come over to your office and you don't want them to see the IP addresses, let's say you're securing the Cloudflare endpoints of your customers, you don't want people who come over the floor, you want to show them the security operations center, but you don't want them to actually read the PII on the screen. Just enable the privacy mode, and yeah, you can feel confident that they would have a hard time guessing the right IP address. So far, this is basically it. We are working hard to introduce new features. If you want to have some trial access to this, or just a demo access to this, just send us a message, and we'll either send you the demo login, or we'll send you an invite code so that you can try it. So yeah, thank you for your time, for watching the videos, and we're looking forward to hearing from your feedback. Take care.